Good morning, everybody. Positive Energy Monday. What a week. I hope you guys all had a great week last week. I want to tell you about my week last week. Started off with a funeral for a gentleman that was born and raised in the town I now live in Rockwall County, Texas. Man was 90 years old and knew everybody in the town. They kind of nicknamed him the town crier. And town crier, not kind of what you think it is. It's a little bit different. Town crier is really the guy that everybody in the town goes to when they want to know something. And not necessarily gossip, but if you want to know, whatever happened to Mr. Jones or where did the Johnsons live and stuff like that. And he was really an historian, came to the fire department often to talk to us for hours at a time, just to tell us everything about the area, where the cotton gins were, where the old schools were, how the old town was set up and everything. And I love history, so he was a joy to sit and talk with. And I know a lot of the guys at the fire department love sitting down with him too, but passed away at 90 years old. And it was, at 90 years old, it becomes more about your legacy, and what you left. So today I just want to talk about what's your legacy. And as we go through this week and next week and we get towards the holiday season, try to think about what your legacy is. And it's not the car you drive, it's not the job that you do, it's not how much money you make. It goes back to one of those things that our parents taught us. It's not the way, it's kind of like how you treat somebody is how they remember you. That would be your legacy. I kind of got tongue-tied there for a second. But how you treat somebody is what everybody remembers, They often won't remember how pretty it was or how clean it was, but they'll remember how you treated them. So that's what you really want to do. And so what's your legacy? Are you a coach? Are you an awesome dad? Are you an awesome mom? Are you an awesome spouse? And, Frank was 90 years old. He worked for American Airlines for 40 years. He kept airplanes in the sky, in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And, nobody really focused on, and in his 40 years as an airline mechanic, nobody focused on the fact that he owned like 40 Model A's and Model T's and did restorations on them. They focused on who he was as a person and how he treated everybody. And no matter who you were, he said, I never met an enemy. I never met somebody that wasn't a friend. And just by talking to him, the energy that he put out, you were his friend, he was your friend, and you were a better person because you got to meet Frank. And I don't know if we ever taught Frank anything, but Frank taught us a lot of stuff. And so, when I look at my week last week, I lost my cell phone. That was gone for a week. Got a new one, had to deal with the insurance and AT&T store and all that stuff. Big deal, first world problem, right? I got to see my 14-year-old son run his first half marathon. Proud mom and dad moment there for sure. Very, very cool. At 14, you run a half marathon. Came in second in his age bracket. It didn't finish the way he wanted to. He finished with quite a bit of pain and he had to do a little bit of walking. But he learned a lot about himself emotionally, physically, and what do you have to do next time to prepare. So even though sometimes things don't go our way in our world, we take something away from that and we learn something about ourselves and how to do it better next time. So this week, let's just focus on our legacy. As dads and moms, we probably spend a ton of time away from our kids, away from our spouses, because, in the working world, we're gone. We spend more time with our coworkers. And a lot of people, I've got a lot of friends, I really don't even know what they do at their job. So their legacy is not exactly, I'm an IT specialist, or I'm an auto mechanic, or I put carpeting down for a living. It's how you interact with the people on those jobs. That's your legacy. It's not that you make $250,000 a year, or you make $40,000 a year, you make somewhere in between. It's not the BMW or the jacked up Chevrolet pickup truck in your driveway. It's everything that goes behind that. So I just want everybody to think about their legacy. What are you doing every day to promote a positive legacy for yourself? And you know what? It's contagious. I'd say this a lot. It's contagious. The legacy you leave behind is something like an aura that your kids will grasp onto, your spouse will grasp onto, and they're like, man, that dude is awesome. That gal is awesome, And everything doesn't go right in our lives every day, let's face it. But I think if we just stick with a positive aura, a positive energy, and remember to leave that legacy, and remember, everything you do is your legacy. So that's my word of energy. Let's have a positive Monday. Let's carry it on through a positive week. And we'll talk to you next week as we come into the holidays. Thanksgiving, just 2 weeks away. So take care. Appreciate you. Have a great day.